The family was gathered for breakfast when Maggie noticed a loose tile on the floor. "I should call someone handy to fix this," she remarked casually. Homer immediately took offense. "Are you saying I can't handle it?" No matter how Maggie tried to explain, Homer interpreted her words as doubt in his abilities. Even Bart joined in, taunting his father for being incompetent. Frustrated, Homer lunged toward Bart, but Maggie quickly stepped between them. Despite the intervention, Homer remained convinced he could repair the tile himself. The matter was far from over. Maggie sighed and said, "Have fun with the tile," as she walked away. The truth, however, was that Homer had no idea how to fix it. Eventually, he turned to Lisa for help. "I already found you a tutorial video on tile replacement," she said calmly. Homer geared up in full DIY attire, feeling a surge of determination. The video began optimistically. "Replacing a tile is easy, as long as your foundation isn't rotten." But as Homer inspected the area, he discovered a gaping hole. The video continued, "Undeterred, if your foundation is rotten, we recommend blasting loud music so you can curse freely." Homer groaned, suddenly resenting the very fact that he owned a house. Still, he pressed on. He slathered cement over the damaged area, smoothed it out, and wiped the surface clean. To his eyes, it looked perfect. He swelled with pride at his handiwork. Just then, Maggie returned and offered to make him a special meal with bacon as a reward. But as she spoke, a faint rustling noise came from the freshly repaired tile. Homer's pride turned to panic when he realized he had accidentally sealed the family cat inside. "If it dies, the whole house will smell," he muttered anxiously. The children loved that cat, so Homer had no choice but to break the tile open again. The moment he did, the cat darted deeper into the wall. Just as Homer nearly coaxed the animal out, Maggie entered the room. "I knew you weren't cut out for this," she said, cutting off his attempt to explain. But Homer, with his silver tongue, quickly talked his way out of blame. Left with no other options, he began pulling food from the refrigerator and shoving it into the wall in a desperate attempt to lure the cat. "I'll save you tomorrow," he promised weakly. Meanwhile, Bart was competing in a school sled race. One after another, his classmates raced past him. Puzzled by their speed, Bart soon discovered that House had never released the brake. After shoving House off the sled, Bart accelerated rapidly and overtook several competitors. But he soon lost control at high speed and veered dangerously off course. Prioritizing his safety and his homework, Bart leaped from the sled just in time. The unmanned sled crashed into a homeless woman's belongings, scattering them across a frozen lake before everything disappeared into the icy water. "I'm really sorry. I'll fish it all out for you in the spring," Bart offered apologetically. The woman, Heidi, looked heartbroken. "That was my only friend," she whispered. Even the weather seemed to sympathize. Snow began to fall lightly. Overcome with guilt, Bart brought her home and let her sleep in his closet. The next morning, Bart woke to find Heidi making breakfast in his room. "I hope you're not getting too comfortable," he said cautiously. I know," she replied. "If you let me stay here, I'll give you $1 every day." She handed him an advance payment for the entire week. And just like that, Bart entered a life of luxury. He took House to the supermarket and bought anything he liked, filling a giant bag with candy, which he generously shared with other students. He even bought a sticky hand toy just to give House a high five. Later, in the school cafeteria, while everyone else ate food served by the lunch lady's bare hands, Bart handed her a tip. Immediately, she put on gloves. "Clean and hygienic," he exclaimed triumphantly. He then boarded the bus, pretending it was his private jet, while others could only watch with envy. From a distance, Lisa observed everything, her expression thoughtful and concerned.